I think I'm live. I don't know. Okay, so I think I'm live. Hey guys, how are you on this beautiful Thursday? I got a little crick in my neck, so I'm gonna do a little stretching um real quick. But how are you? It has been quite a day. I have been working with the client and helping her on her amazing launch that she is actually having right now at this very same time. And so we have been really just working and getting everything together for that. But I am back this week to continue sharing with you about all the different roles in your business. So, for those of you who don't me, welcome. It's Gwendolyn here from your virtual admin expert, and welcome to Leading Behind the Scenes, your weekly dose of inspiration to equip you in business and life. And so, we have been talking about the three distinct personalities business owners take on and how they think about and work within their business. And so a couple weeks ago, we talked about being the CEO in your business. And then last week, we talked about being the technician in your business. And so this week, we are going to talk about role number 3, which is being the admin in your business. And so getting stuck here is one of the biggest reasons entrepreneurs really struggle to grow their businesses. They are wearing so many hats and doing everything. Technician, remember the technician is the doer and the deliverer, while the CEO is kind of the big picture thinker, the visionary. But entrepreneurs typically get stuck here in the admin role, and that's because they're doing everything and they basically are the business. So this is why you have to be clear on all the different roles, right? CEO versus technician versus admin, because you want to make sure that you can really see where you're kind of spending that time. And so the admin role, this is the role that is doing all the administrative things in your business. They're managing your calendar, they're booking your travel, they're getting your car service together, they're doing the research, they are updating your CRM, they are sending invoices, they're managing your files. And yes, just because you are in the virtual space does not mean that you should not have a great filing system. So make sure that you do. If you don't, take a note. But while the admin role is critical, what typically happens is that most business owners get stuck between here and the technician role because they refuse to delegate, or they think that they can't delegate, or they think that they can't afford to have an assistant to delegate to. And so if you find that you are scheduling the appointments, booking the travel, doing the research, looking for the files, if you're doing all these things, there's a good chance that you are not doing the revenue generating things that are going to grow your business, like building relationships and networking and creating new programs and services and engaging with your customers. So it's important to remember that you need to have an admin assistant. And if you are the admin, then it's time to start thinking about how can you get some support in your business so that you can slowly start to move out of that role and more into your CEO role. So you should also have, it's important to know, multiple assistants, right? Because if you try to get your one admin or your one assistant to do all the things, it can create burnout. It can actually make you lose productivity instead of increasing your productivity. And it's just going to be a bad thing all the way around. So what do I mean about multiple assistants, right? there's tons of administrative tasks that fall into different categories, but they may not necessarily be for your typical assistant to handle. These are things like writing copy, the things that you see when people put on social media, all the long snippets or posts or stories. There's a person that is actually good and skilled at creating and writing content. You also have to have somebody who can design. Your typical assistant may not necessarily be a graphic designer, so you need to have somebody who's good at design. You need to have somebody who's good at creating and editing videos, editing audios, somebody that can do your keyword search, somebody who can actually engage with people online, because you may not necessarily have the time to actually respond to everybody. So there's somebody out there who's actually actively watching and engaging with these people who are reaching out to you. There's email marketing, there's creating reports, there's looking at insights. Like, there is so much to do on the back end that you need more than one person to actually support you in it. So that is the third role, the admin role. Short and sweet, but super critical. I hope this was helpful. If you enjoyed it, please, hit the like button, hit the love button, share it with somebody, anybody that you think could benefit or might enjoy it. Be sure to leave me a comment. Let me know what your takeaway was. If you have any questions, if you have any tips or experiences that you would like to share, be sure to share those in the comments with me as well, and I will do my best to answer them all. You can connect with me on all the social media platforms at Your Admin Expert. They're the same everywhere. You can even visit me at my website, yourvirtualadminexpert.com, and join the mailing list, and you will get more of these tips and tools and strategies on a weekly basis. So that is my tip for you this week. I will see you again next week for another session of Leading Behind the Scenes, and I hope you have a wonderful week.